program that has
Yeah.
been put there to purposely make us forget.
Beat me up, slam my wrist, neon dust, can't resist. I pull up to the field, dust on my shoes, they carving crop circles in the cues. Glow paint dripping on a silver suit crew. One big eye, but they still look cute. They don't talk much, just vibing patterns. Hands in the air like satellite antennas. They ask, where's the funk in a hologram text? I point at the stage like you're up next. I'm dancing with ETs at the festival. They got moves, extraterrestrial. Spin me around, light on my molecules. We break all the earthly rules. Side to side with the laser glow. We don't speak, but our bodies know. I'm dancing with ETs at the festival. Dancing with ETs. Feel incredible. A little green buddy with the mirrored shades. Moonwalk smooth on the plastic crates. Tall blue babe doing zero G twirls. No gravity, just curls and pearls. They don't drink shots, they sip on starlight. Passing around snacks that taste like night. They tap my chest, say hard, go boom. Now we're two-stepping through a tractor beam bloom. I'm dancing with ETs at the festival. They got moves, so extraterrestrial. Spin me around, light up my molecules. We break all the earthly rules. Side to side with the laser glow. We don't speak, but our bodies know. I'm dancing with ETs at the festival. Dancing with ETs. Feel incredible. With ETs at the festival, they got moves, so extraterrestrial. Spin me around, light up my molecules. We break all the earthly rules. Side to side with the laser glow. We don't speak, but our bodies know. I'm dancing with ETs at the festival. Hey, hey, you're dancing with ETs. Unforgettable. Feel incredible.
Oh, hi! Hi, it's Indigo Show. It's Nikki Colombo from Australia and
Dolly Indigo Star from the UK.
what a fantastic combination, hey? I put that in chat
Well,
GPT.
yeah,
and
what
they-
a good
and it
like
said-
team. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it said what a rare and fabulous, not rare, but it said I don't know, I used another word, I can't remember what it was, but it was a really good combination.
Just
of what we're
unique.
doing.
Come on, unique combination.
Yes. And what were we talking
You have to
about
excuse
before?
my cough. You've got to excuse that cough.
Yes.
Ugh.
Because we were just talking about, you said you wanted to talk about divine feminine tonight, and I thought about you and I was just saying before, I bet you're doing exactly what I do and every other mother does. Put themselves last, because you've gone through so much shit and it's like bang, 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 and you've had to jump hurdle, and then you put yourself last, and then now it's, things like you just don't want to go to the dentist. It's just like you just avoid it all, because but this is where you have said about loving yourself. We've got to start loving ourselves, and we forget because we're mothers, so we put ourselves last. We can't do that anymore. We have to start putting ourselves, a bit more upper on the scale while we're getting hit.
Exactly. I had this conversation with my very tuned in, switched on young son, and I was like, if I don't get a chance to recuperate, I'm not going to be well enough to look after you, and then you can't go and do all the things that you want to do.
Yes.
And it's true. We grind ourselves into because we feel undefeatable. We're like, oh, I can do it. It's okay.
Woman.
I can breeze through it. I can do it. I can do it all. But then when we get sick and we get really sick, we're like, shit, there's, who's going to do this?
And
There's
it
no
knocks
one.
you for six, doesn't it? It
It
really
knocks you for six. And I've had
knocks you
this, like,
over.
walking pneumonia. I've had pneumonia before, and I've got what they call walking pneumonia. It's a bit weird, but it's one of those functional where you can function, and then every now and again you'll have these sporadic, like, coughing attacks and fits, and and it's all in the back of the throat. And I had all the symptoms with it. It's horrible, but I've had it before. So once you've had it, you're susceptible to it again and again. So I really, like, hide away from people when they've got coughs and colds. I'm not one of these people that's, germs. But I have to be really careful.
Yeah.
Have to be really
As we're
careful.
getting
There's only
older.
one of me. And if I go down, the whole ship.
I
It
know,
goes
we're the
down.
pinnacle of everything, so we have to take care of ourselves. And
Yeah.
ironically,
Yeah.
we're the last to take care of ourselves. We're taking care of everybody else because the world is
Yeah.
so bloody crazy right now, and everything's hitting us one thing after the other.
Exactly.
I
I've
got
got
that
to
last
work.
year.
I've got to earn the lolly.
I
You
got that
know?
last year, but you've got it just recently, and you've had to jump hurdle after hurdle after hurdle. You've just been, that movie with Will Smith where everything he's the machinery, iRobot or something, where the machinery just keeps breaking down. Your shit's breaking down on me all the time, all that kind of. And it feels like in a short span of time that you're getting this bad luck. And sometimes it can be like that, and other times it can be like karma coming back to teach you, and you're jumping these hurdles all the time, and you have to take a breath. It's like, oh my god, bang, bang. It's like being in a ring with Rocky, or
Yeah, I often ask that. I think, is this karmatic? Is this karmatic?
Yeah.
Is this going to stay with me? Like,
I think
this
everyone's
karmatic?
going through a lot of that at the moment because
Yeah.
we're in Aries, and that's karma. The
It's
Lord of karma.
We are, exactly. And things will just keep coming up to bite us on the ass, you know what I mean? And
Oh yeah.
I'm just at the stage now where I think, what next?
Yeah. We gotta not put ourselves in the cortisone zone.
Yeah.
Where our vagus nerve is being prepared and ready for the next round or hit. This is something that I really learnt because
Reflect that
cortisone
shit. Yeah.
holds on the weight because it's getting your body ready for an attack. And because the world is at the moment attack.
Yeah.
We can hold on to cortisone, and it's not good for us. So that's something.
No.
And then when you start to get better with your meditation practices or whatever you use, Dolly and I probably talk about that during all the sessions or episodes we're going to be doing. And I've
I'm
also
finding
got
calcium and
Magnesium.
magnesium at the minute
yes,
is a really good pick me
seafood.
up. Yeah. I'm finding it, the magnesium, menopausal.
Yes.
It's
This
really
is why I love the
needed.
beach. I'm like 5 minutes from the beach. As soon as I go for a swim, I'm getting
Yeah, the salt.
and
Yeah.
it's hitting me, and I go, mama, 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 and I always think of John the Baptist. Because I feel like I've been just
I really knew.
dive in, and I
Absolutely.
come out, I'm like, oh, John.
Well, that's what it is in drips as well. When we go in hospital, that saline, it's salt.
oh yes, of course.
Yeah, it is. It's putting salt water back
into
into
us.
the body, and it's like, when they say we came from the sea,
Yes.
we need that, and our
Yeah.
bodies are like mostly like water combination. It's only
Yeah.
like the skeletal holding us upright. The rest is like gravity and water, and
And the salt holds the hydration too.
the
And
salt,
the bones hold the
yeah.
spirit. The
Yeah,
bones,
yeah.
the bones hold our spirit and our memory, and our
Bones?
cellular memory, and and our nerves, and our body
Yeah, yeah.
remembers, but our mind doesn't. But our minds are
Exactly.
slowly remembering, because I remember Dolly from when I got burnt at the stake.
She's off again. She's off again. Oh gosh, here we go. Here we go.
I do. And she had a more of a rounder kind of face because she was younger, and it was very round. She had like these cherry kind of cheeks, and she had I remember she had beautiful a ring of flowers around her, and her hair was long and thick and brown and beautiful, and she had this row of beautiful flowers around her hair. And we were getting led up to the, and I thought, I felt that fear with you. That's what I recognise. That's why I think we're good at jumping hurdles and not falling into fear, because we know what the hell's going on, right?
Ugh. I'd like to think so. I'd really like to think so, but some days lately I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on?
Well, compared to the 3D normie who's just waking up, right?
Yeah.
Who's just realising, right, that like the Epstein files and all that kind of stuff, they're just realising, like, we've known about all this for like years, you know. So
we knew about all this for years, didn't we? And
so the shock factor has hit us years ago, so we're used to that now, and
and the reptilian agenda, not so shocking, and the grey agenda, not so shocking, and the the mixing of the matrix and the timelines, not so shocking. You know, this has been
so divine feminine.
We forget it. It's been wiped over, hasn't it? It's been totally taken out of our memory.
Yeah.
That, the divine feminine and the mother aspect. We've lived in a very masculine
frequency.
Not just frequency, but masculine.
Patronic?
Overlay. It's like an overlay that's been added on to.
A program.
It's like an overlay, a program that has been put there to purposely make us forget that the divine mother, even down to the earth, she, her, the aspect of the earth healing us and her remedies and what she provides for us. All that aspect has been forgotten because the divine feminine has been taken out of everything. So it's not only been taken out of religion and the earth itself and the way we heal each other, it's been taken out of like every element.
And you can see that when you look at Iran and you see how they have to wear the burqa, but yet the politicians' daughters are in America, not, and then there's a total hypocrisy there. So you can see that's a suppression of women, of course, and also the feet binding in China, more suppression of women, and then in the 1800s having to wear a corset, more suppression of women. Can you imagine wearing a corset and you're pregnant and and you're in heat?
Absolutely. And the burning at the stake when religion changed,
all of that.
Women were. That was the 1500s.
That went on. I think that went on for 600.
I think it went on for
600 years.
Yeah, it went on for forever. People are still doing it now.
Yeah.
Come on. People are still pinpointing and singling people out because of they're different. It's not stopped. And women are very much still bullied and excluded, especially in the workplace.
Some sort of equality, like for years and years. We've heard about pay being equal, and yet it still isn't.
No.
Right?
And
we are old enough to know that because we've, it's 90s.
We've lived through it.
90s, 2000, patterns.
I can remember when I used to earn about £2.60 an hour,
Wow. I was earning about $250 a week as a hairdresser.
Yeah, like 50 quid a week.
Yeah.
That would be like what, 2 quid an hour?
Yeah, something like
2,
that.
3 quid. And I remember that when it started to leap over 4 and 5 quid, I felt really rich that
Yeah.
I was now on over a fiver an hour. And what I earn today, I wouldn't get out of bed unless it was £25, an hour. Uh, that's how much
I
we've
love you
leaped
when you say
forward.
stuff like that.
Some people won't get out of bed unless it's like, $1,000 an hour. But we won't go into
well, that's
that.
knowing your worth, see?
Yes.
And that's another
Yeah.
program that's been out there. That
yeah.
program is huge.
Ugh. Yeah. And
Unworthiness.
it's again taking the divine feminine out of you, that holy sacred light, that divine feminine power that we've got. We forget to use it.
The threads and the octopus that go through, and the spider webs that go through, the programs that go through our matrix designed to make us feel unworthy is unbelievable. And I hear it in people's narrative, lexicon, language, especially from older people back in around our generation. It's just, they don't even realize, some do, and some people, a lot of people don't even realize, especially older people, don't seem to realize that the words that they're using are actually, the criticism is there, that it actually is signaling to us that we're not worthy, or there's something wrong with us, or, and it's become in so many different ways. I was very lucky to show my daughter when I was working in a photographic studio doing hair and makeup, and I was lucky to show her all the when digital first came in on how we can manipulate photos, so with models and everything like that. So she grew up in a world where she understood that manipulation was there. However, her little girlfriends didn't understand that, and so they went through that episode of not wanting to eat when they're 14 years of age and all this kind of stuff, right? Because they didn't realize that those photos were digitally altered, like AI today, right? And so it puts this, we've got to be perfect, and raising the bar in this perfection all the time. It's just, this is another program to make us feel like crap, that we're not worthy, and comparing ourselves all the time, when in actual fact we're beautiful individual, spirits, and that diversity should be celebrated and uniqueness
absolutely
celebrated,
it's
instead
loving
of
who
trying
you
to put
are
us
and
in a
being
freaking mold all the time,
in that mold, exactly. And you're not going to feel comfortable if you keep being put into that mold of what you should be
yourself.
Yeah.
You cannot pretend to be an Instagram model forever, because you can't play the game, and that's where authenticity is coming out right now. People want authenticity.
We're fucking cough.
Is sick of fake shit. So people want authenticity. So I think that's one of the reasons why I was prompted to do this show, and I know that Dolly was prompted to do it too. And it's because people are crying out for authenticity from real starseed with real experiences, real, contact, all that kind of real awakenings, and some maturity on us, that we recognize the patterns, and mothers as well, and going through all of that.
Absolutely.
So that's when you can, I sit here and go, how the fuck am I still here?
I know. Yeah.
I've got heaps of friends that died. Hilary Ramo, one of my best buddies, introduced me to Eve Logan and the Alien Love Bite. I used to ring her at 3:30 in the morning. She passed, this is her birthday today, right? So she's another one that I think about, that, oh my God, she left us, just before COVID and everything like that. But she was a real pioneer, and she started, radio shows in this stuff before even the internet. So I remember her today. So that was one of the things that she motivated me, and I could call her at 3 a.m. She would tell me stuff. It was just amazing sort of relationship. So, you know, I just
And that's what we
remember
need.
Hillary
We need-
because she's gone now, and she
Yeah.
died at 48 with a blood clot in her leg. I think it was 22, and she missed the COVID thing. It just hit.
Wow.
So I've lost friends and family and all that stuff, and I'm still amazed that I'm here. And there's been times where I just didn't want to be here. I was like, oh no, I just can't cope with this anymore, and I didn't want to be here. And then I think we all go through those feelings, and then I realise that I am surprised that I'm still here, and I know that the best is yet to come.
Yeah.
I've got to stick around because I know in my heart that there's something I need to do, and that's what I'm doing right now. So
It's the mission. You feel the mission.
I do.
Yeah. And the mission is life and to live it.
Ground
you
crew.
know, And,
I
yeah,
feel like
exactly.
I'm the ground crew. You know,
Oh, God.
I'm the ground crew,
Yeah.
and I think we all feel like that. And you know, we're so close to having contact. You know, I don't know how everyone's going to feel, but I know my first contact experience, I was petrified, and they were the good ones. So I can imagine what people are going to be like when they haven't seen anything. Like, I've had them come through the walls, so that was an amazing experience where I think, you know, people who, I think what they're planning is for the whole critical masses to see something from a distance where they're shaking hands or something. What do you feel like that? What do you reckon? How do you visualise it? What do you reckon? Because I've done a remote view and the big eggheads came up, and I thought, okay, looks like Akhenaten. This is why I did the video with Akhenaten, because I did a remote view, went to the future, just dropped into my heart in an orb, projected into the future, said, give me 5 possibilities of how this is going to play out, right? And then it looked, what it shows me is like a reverse image. You know that old film we used to have years ago and take photos? It looks like that. And the egghead, I call them eggheads, came up, and I went, I know that helmet. I've seen it before. It's an Anunnaki helmet. I've seen it in I've seen it in Ashiana Dean's stuff, in her pictures and stuff. So I did the AI, and then I thought, okay, that's what it's going to be. The egghead. They were going to see the eggheads first, like Akhenaten, to gently bring us in, because if we start seeing, you know, like tentacles and green, you know, blobs or something, like, people are just going to freak out. It's just not going to be like that. It's going to be, they're going to, you know, notice that they're not exactly human, and gradually bring on. And also the colour of the skin was dark orange with a gold reflect, so that was beautiful too. Well, how do you...
Greetings, fellow humans of Earth. I am Akhenaten. I am a speculative identity, a vision of what first contact may look like when disclosure finally arrives. Observe my form: elongated skull, almond eyes, refined features, a narrow jaw, and long neck. Masculine and feminine traits blend. Androgynous, otherworldly, natural. My skin reflects dark gold, my helmet tall, rounded, and luminous gold. These are not symbols of gods, but possibilities of visitors yet to come. Imagine the technology shared. A single day. That changes everything.
How do you reckon it's going to play out?
I think it's already playing out, and I think it's already playing out how we already know that the governments know that there is intelligent life out there, as well as technology. They've been sitting on this stuff for, you know, a long time. They've known a long time, and I think, in as far as contact goes, there's lots of us that have already had that contact.
Yeah.
You know, such as individuals. I know so many that
people,
that
yeah, I
have,
do too.
yeah, have
I
had
do too.
interactions or experiences.
It really is on a really deep personal.
It's personal. Yeah, it's
Personal.
personal. Yeah, it's
Really
personal to the
personal.
individual. Yeah, because these things are not easy to spot or see. You know, most people every day walk with their heads down in their phones now.
Oh
With
yeah.
programs. Yeah, it's the new
Yeah.
programming. To
Or
walk.
sunny's on and a hat. So
Yeah, sun
sun
is on. Nobody's looking. Nobody looks up. You know, nobody. So there's things, you know, and them little things that go from the corner of your eye when you see something. And did I just see something?
Yeah.
You know, so most of us are aware, you know, that this huge mass awakening has already happened, and that we
So,
are.
but what's it going to be like for the 3D normies?
For the normies, they're going to be like, what the fuck? You know, they're going to distinguish whether people are dressed up in costumes and stuff, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
them kind of people that stand and stare and think, well,
Yes.
oh, it must be a costume party that's going on, you know.
Yeah.
But as in,
Like Comic-Con.
yeah, a bit like a Comic-Con event. Oh, is there something going on? There's
Yeah.
an egghead walking down the street. Like,
Apparently at Comic-Con sometimes the ETs show up.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I
very
have
good.
heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that. But I always think, and I've had mass dreams, and I know others that have had this same symbolic dream, okay?
Oh yes.
And it is a mass invasion. Well, not an invasion,
Yeah.
but it's just like that mass objects appear in the sky, like
Right.
all sizes, all shapes.
Yes.
Things
I've had that.
are all different crafts, and in the dreams that I've had, you know, people have been like, some have been scared, some have been chaos running, some are not. They're just staring, enjoying the show, like thinking, what the,
Popcorn.
you know. Yeah, and then you get the really crazy ones that are like with signs saying, we're here, come and greet us.
Beam me up and take me up.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people that.
Neither
have
am
been
I.
there,
Be
but
careful.
we're
I
here
think
and
we
have
should be
you,
really
you know, I'm one
careful
of the
about
people
hopping on
that
ships.
try to blend in, and they always single me out anyway. Does it make sense? Yeah, people like make a beeline, but no, I think that's how it will be. Is that we will all see at the same time, and I think it's been written like that as well in the prophecies as well, that there'll be a sign from the heavens.
Yeah.
You know, when you ask or wonder what that sign could be, could it be that a huge mothership makes an appearance in the sky, just like in an Independence Day in some
Yes.
way? But they might be more friendly and not want to send laser beams down and blow us up, you know?
Like they've done in the
Because I
past.
think they would have done that by now.
Yeah, they have in the past. You know, that's already
And
happened.
they've shut nukes down that have gone
Yeah.
off. That's why when I'm hearing all this talk on the media and of nuclear weapons and nuclear this, and I'm like, you know, this is not gonna happen.
Apparently,
They
Kerry
might
Cassidy
have the
said
means
is-
and know-how, but it'll always be shut down all the way, because the way I see it is we are the most divine creation ever made.
Yes, I think we were
We're
created
from
whole.
divine seed, all of us.
Yes,
All of humanity. No
that's
one
what
is
we
left
need to
out.
remember
We need to remember our
Remember.
divine,
and respect.
human experience here and what we're here for
Nurture.
and where we've come from.
and nurture, which is why the ETs are so interested in us, because we're
Exactly. They want to see how we grow. They want to see how we evolve. They want to see that we don't blow the fuck up out of each other, and that we stop arguing about lines,
Stupid
invisible lines that, when you pass through these borders, I've drove through like all of Europe, and you pass through them and it's just a sign. There's no line, there's no people standing on each side saying
line.
You can't come here. Do you know what I mean? And I was amazed, like, wow, we've just drove through Amsterdam, and wow, we've just drove through Germany, and we've just drove through France, and there's no one there to go, hello.
10 minutes.
10 minutes, whoa. But the division, I think, is with us as a race. The division is in the mind, and I think that is part of what we've got to eradicate within ourselves, and it's part of awakening. It's realizing that we are not divided, that we are no different to each other,
and underneath we love each other.
Yeah,
underneath it all, we really all love each other. When we put away all the competition and the crap and all this kind of stuff, underneath we love each other.
We don't want to see Iran or the Middle East blown up. No. These are holy lands,
Yeah.
All these biblical. This is what I can't work out.
Babylon, right. It's the old Anunnaki hangout.
This is what I'm saying. And
Stargates.
Right.
They're fighting over the Stargates there. Kerry Cassidy said it as well. And she said something about nukes means code for grey or ET. So there must be something going on with the Stargates over there.
There is. There's Stargates all over the world, but that's where you've got these places that are forbidden for humans to go, and these are the areas that are cordoned off, and you're told it's something else when it's really something else,
Yeah.
But we are really forgetting about.
Did you experience that in Egypt?
Experience what?
Feeling that's cordoned off because you're not supposed to go.
No.
Okay.
No.
I had that in Mexico.
Not really, because
I saw the pyramid. I went to the pyramids in Mexico. They had something cordoned off, and I had my first kind of remote kind of vision, and I saw all these greys that were more kind of robot-y under the pyramids in Mexico. Something's going on there.
Interesting. That's the Maya culture.
Yeah.
That's the Maya. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very. I was watching something to do with that last night, actually, and they'd found that tomb under there. I forgot the guy's name now. I hate it.
In Mexico or in Egypt?
No, in Mexico. They'd found
they're finding a lot of stuff under Saqqara too.
Yeah, I've been there to Saqqara. Beautiful.
I love to talk about the Egypt stuff. We got to talk about. I'm going to be talking about somewhere I've always wanted to go. I've never had a chance because it's always got a red dot on it. Every time I look up, it's like you've got to go there with an armed guard, and it's so far away from me.
No, you haven't got to go there with an armed guard. That's an illusion.
But,
that's such an illusion.
Well, when Chris Geo and his wife went there. They had to have an armed guard. That was about 5 years ago.
Perhaps they needed one. Why did they need an armed guard?
Because
what did they think? Where did they
I think
go?
there was like a prerequisite or something. You had to do it. I was like, they went all through the pyramids and did ayahuasca in the Egyptian chamber and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
no. Well, I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah,
you know?
no.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I wonder how he got that stuff in.
Yeah,
anyway.
not for me, and definitely,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I definitely don't need the ayahuasca or any mind-altering experience because it's just never been there for me because everything's so mind-altering anyway.
Yeah,
but I've done
LSD
so many pyramids in Egypt, and for somebody to have had special access.
Oh, we just lost your audio for a second then. It was like it dropped out. Ooh, say what was that? Repeat what you said.
I said for somebody to be going there to Egypt, to Giza, to be doing that at night, they must have paid a lot of money to some gods or something. Because it's not your norm of what you would go to Egypt for, especially into Giza pyramid, because everybody who knows their stuff knows that there's no body or tomb in there. There's no, it's a conductor of energy,
What about Sekhmet? Did you go to the Sekhmet temple?
Yes,
okay.
I did. And I got locked alone in there in the room in the pitch black with a shimmer of light shard coming down. Yeah, I went in there and I didn't,
I've got a picture that Hillary Ramos sent.
I see all these things where people pay.
Okay, Hillary Ramos sent me a picture of when she was in the temple with Sekhmet, and I'm going to edit it in, and there's a picture of Sekhmet coming out in a morphinogenic blue field.
Yeah, I had a lot of pictures like that happening in there.
Lots of awesome
and there's
stuff.
a lot of energy pictures where I'm in the pyramids and things like that, and you can see lots of strange things. I mean, I went into pyramids alone.
What did you feel when you were in Sekhmet's temple? Could you feel her there? Or Bastet? Or the feline lady?
It's only a very, very small room that is still standing. It's at the back of Karnak temple.
Oh, okay.
And you have to be given special access into there, and you have to pay to kind of get into these places. There is a lot of that, but I didn't pay. I was welcomed in.
Oh, lovely.
And I opened a few places there, like on solstice. I opened Dendera. I was the first person there and opened it, and the Temple of Isis and stuff like that, and had special initiations in the back Temple of Isis at Dendera. That was a strange experience.
What did you feel?
That was. I felt that I was totally alone, and I had to put my trust into what I was doing.
Oh, beautiful.
And I had to kind of follow the process and trust everything around me with every sense. So
Love it.
I had to trust the people that were in there. There was only me and 2 other men, I think, in there, and the doors were locked. And it's an experience. I'm not going to say what happens in there, because then people that pay to go in there, it's their personal experience. But it's one of those experiences where you have to trust in that you're not going to be sacrificed to the gods. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You have to, and
Trust
part of
in
it
yourself.
is that, you have to trust in yourself.
Love it.
Yeah, and that was a big awakening experience. And I can remember standing on a metal grid in the roof in Dendera, and they said stand on it, and I was like, what? And they were like, stand on it and look up. And it was a shaft of light that was coming through, and it goes right the way through the temple. So in the floor there's like a metal grid, and it's just like a 12-foot drop if that metal grid breaks through.
Wow.
And you have to trust yourself to
Wow.
stand on it and like look up.
Oh my God, it's
I've got a photograph
like a
of me
reverse
doing
bungee
it.
jump.
Yeah, it is a little bit like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And
oh my
I can
God.
remember looking up and just giving my faith in Hathor and Isis, and that was the reason I was there, you know, to be connected with Hathor and feel that divine feminine aspect within myself. It was a journey that I had to do. And now, like, you know, I've been there like a few times, and I could sit in there all day.
I'm feeling it now. Can you feel it,
Yeah.
guys? I'm
Yeah,
feeling it
can you
from
feel
you
it?
right
Yeah.
now, in the present moment. You projecting onto me, and gorgeous. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight at the INDIGLOW show. We hope to see you for the next episode next week. Bye from Australia, Nikki Colombo.
Bye from the UK, from Dolly.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Okay.
Swallow the don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah.